name is Ben Burgess. I'm the author of Give Them an Argument, Logic for the Left. Out now.
There you go. Ben Burgess, Give Them an Argument. And the problem is, if he believes in it, first of all, let me just show you this.
Sexism is very real and horrifyingly pervasive, and of course, that makes it an overall disadvantage in life and society to be a woman. But there's a huge logical leap from that true premise to the obviously false conclusion that it's a big disadvantage in a democratic primary in the 21st century to be a woman. No, it's not.
He just lost his argument. He just gave an untrue premise to start with, because the left wing, they have just caved in to the feminist narratives, which are false. And now he's going to do that and think it's not going to be applicable in every situation. You know, is Elizabeth Warren not going to be able to say, I'm a woman, I've been impressed, and I can get away with what I want to? Ben Burgess, you idiot. This is pathetic. I suggest you not buy his book. Now, let's hear what else he has to say.
Why is it that instead of endorsing Bernie the second she got out of the race, Warren has instead gone on Rachel Maddow to talk about snake emojis, which in the context of Joe Biden being in danger of winning the nomination, or the senile husk of whatever's left of Joe Biden, which is still very loyal to the credit card companies and the private insurers, getting the nomination. This is like, while everybody's rushing for the lifeboats of the Titanic, tracking down the band to complain because you've got some notes about their performance. Talking about snake emojis, really? So many Warren supporters seem to think that it's a wonderful statement of self-care, or maybe even feminism, that Elizabeth Warren isn't endorsing Bernie Sanders. People will say things like, I just love it that, you know, both of these men are after her, and Elizabeth Warren is saying, no, I need some time for myself. That, you know, people are saying, oh, she doesn't owe these men anything.
Yeah, they have adopted your idea. They have adopted your stance that the women can do no wrong. Women support other women, man. And so it doesn't matter what Elizabeth Warren does. Nobody actually cares, or at least I should say the vast majority of Americans don't care about where, you know, policies, where they stand on policy. That's how Trump got elected. You know, Trump got elected because he acted like a tough guy. You know, he appealed to men's ego. And now Warren, she appeals to the fact that, well, women like her because she's female, and guys like her because she's female. It doesn't matter that she didn't support Ben, you know, your Democrat there. It doesn't matter. She can do no wrong.
Or there's a related talking point that's floating around Warren world about how, you know, Elizabeth Warren is so qualified, she's so amazing, she's so perfect that if she were a man, she would never be in this position anyway because she wouldn't have had to drop out.
Yeah, and what can I say? I mean, you support that normally. You, Ben, support the fact, or the false fact, it's not a fact, that women have been oppressed and held back. And so this narrative that Warren, you know, is being held back because she's a woman, other people are allowed to believe it. She can use it too.
Now, let's talk about these in reverse order. That last one, even if it were true, it would be a complete non sequitur. It would have nothing to do with the issue at hand. If Bernie Sanders.
Well, that's how it works, Ben. Non sequiturs. Whenever someone wants to shut someone down, they can just deliver these feminist non sequiturs at any time. They can just say, you're a misogynist, argument over.
Was doing badly in the election because of anti-Semitism, but there was a decision he could make after dropping out that would help millions of people get health insurance, and there's a decision that he would make that would guarantee the opposite outcome. I don't think there's any doubt about what he would do or about what he should do. You can deplore the anti-Semitism, but still say that being in that position, there's a fairly clear moral obligation. And here's the other thing. It's not true. It's obviously not true. The fact that so many people are taking it seriously or pretending to take it.
Come on, Ben. What do you think hashtag #MeToo is about? Some woman turns around, accuses a guy, and people just jump on the bandwagon and say, must be so. She's female. She's right. He's male. He's the bad guy. So, I mean, why do you think that it won't work against Bernie? You're a racist misogynist. It works against your side too. Matter of fact, you on the left, Ben, don't care about this until it steps on your toes personally. It's so guy typical.
Seriously is one of the most tedious moments of performative wokeness that we've seen in the entire campaign. Of course.
Okay, now it's over. Now it's over. You have no right, as a man on the left, to talk about wokeness. Everybody knows that the word woke comes from the left. You guys endorse all this shit. And like I say, and then when it comes to bite you in the ass, you get all uppity. Like, sorry, you have made this bed. Now you're going to lie in it. You understand, Mr. Burgess? You're going to lie in it now. What makes me sad is you guys never learn. You never learn from your mistakes. Because guess what? You guys, all you care about is not being deselected. I mean, you're going to be anyway. But you don't want to speak against what's so obviously happening and say, that just in case, oh my God. I can't get over this. Look, if Trump wanted to destroy Bernie, if Bernie was still doing well, if he wasn't, winding down, all he had to do was find some woman who knew Bernie like 20 or 30 years ago, who was down and out, and just bribe her to hashtag him. Because there's not going to be in this any consequences for her in this listen and believe atmosphere that we're living in. So that's why you left-wingers will never get anywhere. Because you supposedly want to make things better, but you're female bootlickers. And the girls, they drive capitalism much more than men do. They love luxury spending. You have to bribe them. Men have to work and gain status to keep the girls around them in a modern era. So, socialists like you spin their wheels or whatever you consider yourself. You left-wingers, you should be ashamed of yourselves if you were capable of it. Anyway, that's what I have to say about this.